Jessica Danielle dug up another very interesting tidbit about this case. So let's watch her latest video that just came out about 26 minutes ago.
Jody, Hildebrand. So she said she lives over here. I was like, all right. It's like, well, I'm just on the phone with my sergeant right now. Like, we're going to try to find the kid for you.
12XO.
So Jody actually interacted with the police before she went back home, parked in her driveway, went inside, and immediately got on the phone with her attorney.
12X4, if you can back on it.
Control 12X11, all 17, all back. 17.
Yeah, boy, this will be a North Elon Drive, where he said a 12-year-old male showed up with tape around his legs, thirsty, asking for help, said he was afraid, asking for police. Deborah, he gave the name of Frankie, unknown date of birth, or he did give us the date of birth, but I'm not showing any Stillman. I'll keep looking into that. The RP said he left through the porch of the neighbor's house. Stand for break 12X11 and 17, just 1014. The email does have ankle. He's not telling the RP why, and said that there's sores around his wrists and ankles. He's becoming, or correction, the RP is becoming emotional regarding the child's health. I'm going to go ahead and have medical stage on this one.
Yeah, ankle. Yeah, there's sores around him. I think there's a good chance he's been,
He also said...
Oh, and he has been around his ankles. I mean, his wrists as well. Okay, this boy has been... This kid has obviously been... I think he's obviously covered in wounds.
Okay. Let's get the paramedics headed over that way, okay?
Oh.
It's amazing how quickly they were able to respond and how much internet sleuthing they did in these fast few minutes to at least get some basic details about who these people were. Because obviously they were not watching their social media. They had no idea who these people were. And they were figuring it all out on the back end through the dispatch officers who were then logging that for the police on the scene. It's just amazing what they did.
That's a good idea, too.
12X11, 12X14, or 17, sorry. The ERP said that he left from a neighbor's Jody Hildebrand. I'm showing one in Stillman 854 Tagu in Ivans, 54-year-old female.
Is Jody up there right now?
Yes.
Okay. Jody Hildebrand is up there right now.
Okay.
So she may come looking for him here soon, but she's not gonna, obviously. We need to as soon as possible.
I'm just asking where he is now.
Yeah, she's a bad lady. We didn't realize how bad.
Not sure if they're related. When asking the RP's parents, have always said his mom is Ruby Frankie, unknown where she lives.
Copy.
12X11, 12X17. I do have a Ruby Frankie spelling with an E on the end of Frankie, address out of Springville. Only involvement was a traffic a couple of days ago.
Which, by the way, she had two of her children in the car with her during that that's probably why there's a black box over a certain side of the camera when this particular footage gets replayed, because there were 2 kids in the back of the car. The question is, first of all, she probably did not have a criminal record, right? And obviously she's a blonde Karen. So this is like, I think at 4 in the morning or something, and she was doing 57 in a 35 per mile speed limit, which is reckless driving. It's a much more serious ticket than what he reduced her speed to on the ticket. So he basically gave her a break, and they ultimately ended up throwing out the traffic ticket as part of the plea deal. As they were negotiating, they were like, that's not really important. Let's focus on this instead. I feel like she should have had to deal with both things, but, you know, who am I to say?
You know how fast you're going right there? No. Okay. Got you going 57 and a 35. I'll be back real quick.
With 2 kids in the back seat. Like, what? First of all, what are you doing speeding around like that at 4 in the morning? What is going on with you that needs to be happening? And this is down in Ivan's by Jody's house.
Echo 30, I'm clear. Echo 30, yep.
Okay, here's your info back. Speed, got you going 57 and a 35. I wrote you down for a 50. You have 5 days and no more 14 to contact Santa Clara Justice Court. It shows right there in that little box right there. And then just has a phone number right there. Okay, you have any questions for me? Okay, just slow down for me, please.
He's also saying that there's 2 of his sisters are back at the home as well.
We're in Puebla, Mexico.
Copy that. Control 12X17. Go ahead. Do you have an address for that, Jody? Tampa 854 Tagu Circle or Tagu Drive. 10-4, can you put that on the CAD, please? 12X17, it looks like if you're at the RP's address off Route 1 Drive, looking out the front, go left, it's going to be your first house on Tagu Court on the right. Copy that, thank you. RP and the Juve are going to be sitting out on the front porch, no visible. The male is currently wearing a long sleeve and shorts, and medical's 23 as well. 3 minutes, medical's in front of me.
314. The wounds on his leg are pretty good. 10-4.
12X17.
Jody noticed him missing pretty quickly. That shows how on top of these kids she was. And Ruby was. That they didn't have a moment's keys.
78 Black.
Can you run a Rose Frank?
Confirming Rose, Frankie.
Report.
12X511, 314 medical is going to transport him. Said that his wounds are in need of immediate care.
Copy. Control. Where do you show myself in 5 heading that way?
Travis 7, I don't have any Rose Frankies coming back in Stillman or in Utah. I did find a Ruby Frankie, which I sent to 12X11, showing an address out of Springville. However, only involvement is a traffic a couple days ago.
Control 12X11, 314 as well. The child looks very neat.
Report. You want medical to hold off to transport to the hospital?
We need to get some photographs first.
The officer on the scene had a difficult time taking the photographs and had to leave the ambulance after getting what he needed because he said it was too disturbing and you could smell rotting flesh.
We're going to have him hold here.
Yeah, if he's alert and breathing, just hang out and wait for us, please. So one transport and one patient, 1040 to St. George Regional.
60171.
Okay, cool. Okay, this one. I said, what's your name?
Where
She's
is she
like, Jody. Hildebrand. So she said she lives over here. I was like, all right. It's like, well, I'm just on the phone with my sergeant right now. Like, we're going to try to find the kid for you.
We need to identify that house, and if there's 2 other kids there, we need to go do a security sweep of that house and help them.
12X1711, can you head over here to the road?
12X1711, can you head over here to the road?
Apparently those kids may be... 10-4.
Beautifully edited, Jessica. This is a great short. I mean, it's only like 10 minutes, 13 seconds, but you're capturing a moment that we didn't really know about, and you're doing it very well.
Control 12X11, what's the address for that Jody Hildebrand?
Sorry, which address for Jody?
This sends chills down my spine that he was so close, to being captured again. He was so close to being captured again. Had that kind neighbor not opened the door for him, he would have been captured again.
Do you have an address for her in Kansas?
Yeah, 10-4. She's just a few streets up, showing the address of 854 Tagu.
Copy.
12X11, control.
Good.
After doing a little digging, it looks like that 27 I sent you for Ruby Frankie is going to be the one that is associated with the Jody Hildebrand. They're both showing a therapist from Salt Lake and associated through social media as well.
Control 12X11, does she have an address in Springville?
Yeah, 10-4. She's showing up in Salt Lake per her Facebook. Her and Jody both are therapists, showing addresses up or locations for their work up in Salt Lake as well.
Copy, yeah. 10-4, that's going to be the mom.
Looks like we did have an involvement with mom on the 25th of this month. It was a traffic offense in a white Honda. Also in the 28 tier cat as well.
Well done, Jessica, Danielle. That's so scary. That just adds like another point of horror on this entire story, that he was so close to getting recaptured. And what next? What next? They had already been tying him down to weights that had bone deep lacerations around his ankles and wrists. What next? That's so scary, you guys. Anyway, thank you for doing this. I'll share your link. I'll give you credit. And, oh my gosh, even. Wow.